Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing Bearskin. So Bearskin's hero power is, at the start of each combat, your lowest attack characters get a buff. And that means any of them, so if you have characters that are tied with the lowest attack, then they all get the buff. So there's a little bit of a sub-game going on with Bearskin, where you kind of want to try and make it so all your characters have the same attack. We did take an early Apprentice Owl here, which makes it a little bit awkward, as Apprentice Owl, we're incentivized to get spells, so the sort of Bearskin sub game is kind of hard to do here. So we kind of have to just accept that our owl is just not going to get extra scaling. Normally you don't want to triple so early, just because you want to, like, especially if you can get a pair in the same shop, like, you know, they're both going to get buffed at the same time with Bearskin, so you kind of want to leave them on the board together for a while and get some scaling, and then combine their stats. But I mean, I think the level 2 treasure was a little bit too enticing to pass up there. And yeah, I think a golden shield page just offers a ton of stats. We could have taken a talking frog and cast a spell there, which we probably should have. It's going to be hard to get something as low as 1 here to go with our shield page. So shield page is kind of going to be getting solo buffed for a little while. We do manage a tie, even with our slight mistake there. We do find a chameleon here, which has 2 power. If we can just get 1 power onto it, then it will be tied with the shield squire. The +2/+2 in the shop, it doesn't quite do it, so I think I just end up casting it on the Apprentice Owl anyways. I mean, we want to get permanent stats on the owl just in general. Like, whenever you're playing owls, getting permanent stats onto it is quite good for being able to double the stats up later with, like, Titan's Flowers if you do end up in mages. But yeah, we did get it to 3 power there, and we did get our Slay after it got the Bearskin buff, so that's very nice. And it turned into a muddy ocean crab. And I mean, having a stealth character is just good. It's just good to have some incidental stealth throughout the game, just in case you do hit a dark twig. I know I've been saying in the past couple videos, stealth is the boogeyman of the metagame, and that's still true. So you just kind of always want to have a way into it if you hit it. Although I have been seeing, like, I mean, you can play a chair sometimes and be able to beat a stealth board, and like a big stars board can sometimes beat a stealth board depending on how much they've scaled. But yeah, you basically need to have a plan for their Doom Breath or their Fire Mage, sorry, is pretty much the thing. We did take some we got to double up an XP spell here with our Merlin's Tower, and we do manage the win with our XP, so we get to keep both those XP. We did buy it. We sold out of our pair though to get a 12/12 for the turn, just in service of winning the fight, and it did pay off. So that was a great buy, and that gives, so going up 2 XP, putting us on 5.0, and then we see a future vision, and it's going to level 6 next turn. On turn 9 is just a little bit too good to pass up, I think. Manage a tie in that fight as well, and now we are on level 6. And we're just going to snap up a Merlin here. We could take the Cat Queen as well. I mean, that kind of gives us a way into a couple different comps. We don't have any other cats right now, though. So instead, I'm just gonna fire off this new U on the Aeon, or sorry, Crystal Sage. I still get stuck calling cards by their old SBB equivalent, which is a bad habit, and I need to get better at that. But yeah, turned into a Van Helsing there, and not exactly the greatest hit. We're not scaling hero attack at all, and we don't have much hero attack for the last breath, but it is a pretty decently sized range character, so it does provide us with a little bit of tempo. It's at least better than the Crystal Sage in the short term. There's a Herding Dog, but you need a Nero for Herding Dog to be even remotely useful. There's another Book Mage, but we're pretty much past the thoughts of scaling our mages at this point already. We are going to take the Cat Cabinet. It's going to be just basically 3 bodies that we can double support here. So this Merlin is going to be it's also increasing the amount of stats that we're getting from the Golden Shield Squire there. So it's the Shield Squire is giving 2 things plus 24 health each. So putting that on three different characters is really good. And yeah, you can see the it's only 5.0, and that Odysseus did have a Dark Twig already. So really happy to put that opponent down and knock them out of the lobby before they can scale out of control. Speaking of Fire Mage, there's a Fire Mage, but we're not necessarily on that plan. We are going to pick up another Merlin here. There's also a Frank in the shop here, but that would be a whole other pivot, and I don't think we want to do that. And there's an Uther, which like I've done this several times, where basically like I'll get like sort of the beginning pieces of boost comp and sort of start to go into it. I haven't been able to assemble it still. Usually just like there's just something better offered, and I have to pivot out because I mean opponents are just hitting power spikes. And me trying to fiddle around and assemble a neutered boost comp here or there is generally just not good enough. We are going to pick up a good boy, and that's with the double Merlin here. Like we're getting a lot of stats onto the good boys here, so they become a lot more valuable when we have this double Merlin plus the Uther. And with the Uther, the golden shield squire is giving our backline plus 24 health, which is really nice. Protects us from small flying characters as well as lightning bolts and whatnot. Once again, we win another combat here. We've been kind of dealing some really good damage. We've actually accelerated this lobby a lot by dealing damage consistently every turn to these opponents. We do have a bottled ship, so we get a selection of 4 treasures. We're just going to take the magic scarf. That's going to double our auras, which the Merlin's buff is an aura, or Merlin has an aura rather, that allows the upgraded aura is your boosts are applied 2 extra times. So our boosts are going to be applied 4 extra times instead with the magic scarf, and yeah, with the Uther and the golden shield squire there, or shield page. We are getting a really good amount of stats out of our supports at this point. An alliance band would be fantastic. We do find a triple for good boy here, and again we get 4 treasure selections. Mage boost, if we were to try and do like a pure boost comp, would be really good here, but I think we're just going to take the doppelganger diamond since we tripled this good boy into a fairly large golden good boy. Being able to copy it and just have a second golden good boy just seems too good to pass up. Also, we're going to lock a dying breath rune here. And yeah, we are able to double support our good boy, and Doppelganger Diamond only cares whatever your first position character is. It doesn't matter if it's in slot 1 or not. So that's why we get to summon a good boy into slot 1, and it copies the stats that the slot 1 good boy has. And you can see we make very short work of that opponent. Get our Dying Breath rune. I believe the Doppelganger Diamond does copy the item's effect as well, so that's worth mentioning. Also, we're going to swap heroes into Aladdin here. Savitri's a nice one. Fisher King also a nice one. Fisher King we would have got 2 treasure selections, but I mean just tripling up our magic scarf now I think or doubling up our magic scarf, which triples up our Merlin aura and Cat Queen aura. Just a little bit too good to pass up. And yeah, there we go. We knock everyone out of the lobby. I mean, turn 15, 6.2. It's not exactly like extremely fast, but yeah, we did accelerate the lobby pretty well, and we knocked out all of, like the really scary opponents nice and early. So we were kind of left with the leprechaun player there, who had a relatively weak board. But I think that's only down to opponent RNG and just us kind of tempoing people out of the lobby there. But yeah, that was a quick one. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you did in the comments. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would very much appreciate that. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.